So we've had two matches, both have gone the distance. I wonder what's going to happen with this mixed doubles affair between Ties van der Lecq and Jille of the Netherlands up against the Germans Mark Lamsfuss and Isabel Lohau. Well, here's how this part of the draw has worked out. So the dubious privilege of the top seeds in the next round for the winners here. On all known form and rankings, the Germans should win comfortably. They have won the only previous meeting. That was at the European Championships last year. Pretty in pink today, the Germans. They won that match in straight games in just 32 minutes. Well, I guess their outfits match the stairs. Of course, they will long remember the World Championships 12 months ago. Lamsfuss and Lohau picked up a surprise bronze medal in Tokyo. It was an absolutely massive result for them. And sometimes things just come together and just happen for them that week, and they were thoroughly deserving of that third place finish. Been together for a long time.
Please welcome the technical officials for court number 3.
A confirmation rather of that previous meeting I was telling you about. It's in the last 16 of the European Champs.
You choose. You serve. Who receive? You receive and which side? Yeah.
Or court number 3, men's singles. From India, Cornelius S.
Well, this Ties van der Lecq, 23 years of age, ranked 90 now with his partner. They were up at 56. That was only at the back end of last year. Now she plays men's doubles with Deborah's brother Ruben. Started playing at a young age, just 6 years of age, and Deborah Jille there, who lost in the final of the European Games women's doubles in June to the Stoiber sisters, but actually her and her partner beat Lohau and Linda Effler in the semi-final in that event. So I don't think there'll be any respecters of reputation against the current World Championship bronze medalists. They also took down the Danish Open, this pair, in 2020 in the Super 750 tournament. And Swiss Open champions from last year as well, Lamsfuss and Lohau. 31 now she is, Isabel. She actually joined the national team when she was just an 18-year-old. Caroline Verm of Denmark is our chair umpire. And Henrik Boas from Denmark also is the service judge.
Ready to play?
So first thoughts on this one, Bobby? I mean, you'd expect the Germans to be relatively straightforward winners, but as we've seen already, N looks like it's so important. Another one that might go the distance.
Yeah, I think less so in the doubles events. We'll see those drift conditions playing as much of an impact because it was very much a left to right drift, and because doubles is a lot more flatter, hopefully we'll get true results early. I think the biggest impact here is the amount of experience that Lamsfuss and Lohau have. And they've done it before, like you mentioned earlier. They came through the last World Championships in Tokyo, having beaten Deshapon Sapsiri in the round of 16. They beat Tangchun Mantei Sweat in the quarter-final.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's massive.
On my right, Isabel Lohau and Mark Lamsfuss, Germany. And on my left, Jille and Thijs van der Lecq, Netherlands. Isabel Lohau to serve to Thijs van der Lecq. Love all. Play.
Oh, well, how did they win that point? I mean, he must have played that from about waist high, Van der Lecq.
Love.
Maybe by the ankles, it was so low.
Yeah, about knee high it was, wasn't it?
We'll split the difference.
Yeah.
That's nice. The one thing that's just putting a little bit more doubt in my mind about how straightforward this ought to be for Lamsfuss and Lohau is Thijs van der Lecq and Jille haven't actually played that many tournaments together. It's only been 5, and they haven't got that far in any of those. But if they've been working hard for the last few months in training, they could suddenly have, you know, elevated their game to a level where they can compete here.
2, 1.
We know what to expect from the Germans. It's just whether the Dutch are any different to what we've seen before.
There is a fierce sporting rivalry, I think you could say, between Germany and the Netherlands. All looks pretty friendly out there in the early stages.
Oh, unlucky.
Service over.
Lohau's defence is terrific, and not just the shot, but she follows it in really quickly. Here, she's on that next shot so early. It's a shame she missed it.
And she doesn't miss that much, does she? Close to the net.
Service over. 3 all. Service over. 4-3.
That's a nice shot. Deceptive with the slice.
5.
And also it's a bit unorthodox going out wide. he's having a great game so far. Tees van der Lecq.
7-3. Serve is over. 4-7. Is over.
Well, they've been very competitive in a lot of these rallies, I've got to say.
8-4.
Van der Lecq working really hard. I think the Germans need to bring Ruben Jille into the match a bit more. Get her pressured around that mid to net area. Look how close the Netherlands pair are together as they move around the court. She's sort of tracking her partner as she's moving out. We'll see that in the next few rallies, I'm sure. Wow.
Serve is over.
Lost sight of the shuttle. The shot finished by his own feet somehow.
5-9.
Well, that was put away with genuine aplomb and total conviction.
6-9.
Didn't want that kind of elevation at all, Deborah Jille.
Service fault called. Too high.
First one today, I think.
Serve is over.
Have to serve from below 1.15 metres. And the service judge, eagle-eyed, spotted the problem. Henrik Boas.
Oh, through the legs. Very late decision. Terrific skill.
I always think when you win a point with a trick shot involved in the rally, you should get double points. Because so often you play a trick shot and the crowd love it, but you don't win the point.
Do you know what? Even though you only win that one, you still feel like you've won two.
Yeah.
It's a point you should have lost. So they're up, but you won it, so you're up. So it does feel like 2 points.
Yeah. I speak with my tongue in my cheek, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, good serve. Gila completely deceived.
She suddenly looked like a 100-metre runner. When she turned round and gave it the full sprint, was never going to get there. Well, it just looks like
10.
Lamsfuss and Lohau are starting to work a little bit of the rustiness out the system.
That's great from Van der Lecq. I thought Lohau had the better of him here.
It's extremely
He's
important
proving his
that
quality at the net as well.
he was a little lucky.
He's a good men's doubles player, plays with Ruben's brother, I think you mentioned.
That's right, yeah.
That's not going to happen. We just continue to give him challenges. Yeah. Very good that you came in with a slice also. Yeah. Super. And the last one here, where you go challenge, this is exactly what we want. Yeah. We just have to believe that if something comes back, we take also that. And if something comes back, we take that. Huh? Really good that we get some flicks in. Yeah.
Court 1.
Also the RC, that's okay.
Seconds. Court 1.
Remember
20
the
seconds.
slice, remember the challenge. Yeah. And then we play maybe still a little short.
Return to your chair.
We can play longer. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Fashionably dressed coaching staff of the
11-9.
German team.
Play.
When you've got badminton at 11, but Strictly Come Dancing at 4.
I thought he was.
Serve is over.
I thought he was actually going to be in the next generation of Star Trek. But
10.
anyhow,
11.
he'd be hoping that his words of wisdom to Lamsfuss and Lohau will work the oracle for them. Got to come from behind to take this opening game, a match which they are sizable favourites for.
Serve is over.
Got to say though, if there are any nerves from
12,
Van der Lecq
10.
and Jille, we haven't seen that so far. They've looked pretty composed out there, the Dutch pair.
Yeah, I think the German strategy early on in the game wasn't working. They, I think they didn't have enough respect for Van der Lecq, who was allowed to kind of control the rallies. He's a big, strong man, and when he's playing well,
11. 12.
you don't want him picking you apart. That's why I thought they should bring in Deborah Jille a bit more, try and take her on. And they did so there.
12. All.
Well placed, the smash.
Serve is over.
Well, that wasn't
13,
the
12.
drift. That was just a miscue from Isabel Lohau.
She stepped back, actually. I think it's a shot she should have left for her partner.
Serve is over. 13. All.
One of those situations, that previous rally, where as the forecourt player, and so the female, so typically in mixed doubles, you can step back, but you almost want to keep your racket and arm like a windscreen wiper of a car. Anything that's too wide or too high of that is not yours, leave it. But anything in front, that's where you're taking that, or obviously on the racket.
14. 13.
Too much pressure on Jille.
Well, it's taken them a little while, hasn't it, just to get into the ascendancy here, but the signs are that Lamsfuss and Lohau are beginning to find their rhythm on the show court.
He's one of my favourite players to watch in men's doubles in Europe. Well, him and his partner, particularly Marvin Seidel. I've really loved watching Marvin Seidel play, but Lamsfuss and Seidel have been a top pair for a long time. And
oh, where did that come from?
Serve is over.
that's what I mean about Van der Lecq. When he's in form and you give him the shuttle like this, that's too weak for a start from Lamsfuss, but he can do that to you. It's devastating.
14. 15.
Nice shot. Take a bow, Van der Lecq.
15 all.
Yeah, just when you think it's going to be straightforward for the German pair to take this opening game, back come the Dutch in.
He was looking for that net ball there. He wanted that shuttle to tip the top of the net. Brilliant.
Service over.
That's where they win for me. If Lohau
16-15.
can take on Jille there, the Germans eventually take the match. That's my 2 pence worth.
Nicely killed by Lamsfuss.
Seventeen, 15.
Can't afford mistakes like that.
18-15. Out. Service over. 16-18.
Well, you don't see many of these from Lohau. Took an awful long time to get ready as well. Almost too much time. Terrific defense.
19-16.
Desperate defending from Isabel Lohau. Oh, brilliant shot.
Service over. Thank you.
Yeah, terrific angle from Jille.
Yeah. Wipe the court, please.
Piece of deception which Lamsfuss couldn't get to, so they're not quite dead and buried yet in this first game, the Dutch pair.
Thank you. Seventeen, 19. Service over.
So 3 game points.
20, game point, 17.
For last year's World Championship bronze medalists.
They've been there so many times, this German pair. They won't be rattled by the scoreline.
Game.
And they get there, 21-17, a rally they shouldn't really have won at the end, but just made the
First
Dutch pair
game
play another
won by
point and
Max
another point, and
Lamsfuss
eventually they
Isabel
got the
Lohau,
error.
21-17.
I wouldn't say they were at their best by any means, but just had a bit too much nous, I think, for Van der Lecq and Jille.
we hebben gezegd natuurlijk dat zij alles met snelheid
They're
kunnen.
tall
Nog steeds
opponents,
goed terugslaan.
the Dutch.
Ja, dus we moeten echt zeg maar.
I think
ook
that's
dat
where
zet je
it's
goede aanvallen op. Daarna de
a bit
laatste bal is
unusual
eigenlijk een steile,
in defense
bal
because
naar beneden, waarin je
the
een
shot
doel moet
keeps coming
bewegen.
down at you.
Die eerste bal waar ik tussen viel, die is gewoon niet...
Ja, maar... Ja, dat sowieso. Dus die eerste zijn gewoon goed, want daar moet hij naartoe bewegen. Dan krijg je eentje waar je in kan vliegen en die moet je gaan afwisselen met of een keer dus nog bij haar, wat je op een gegeven moment in het begin of op de tweede helft zeg maar goed deed. Ja, dat je bij haar kan zeg maar in het tramrace scoren, of dat je hem dus bij hem gaat blokken. Maar in de rally zelf ook, hè. Er zit er overheen, voor hem neer, over haar heen, over hem heen. Niks over hun allebei heen. Moet de
We get the challenge. Mark right behind you. Yeah? Well done. Yeah? And there's just one step in front of the other. Yeah? And we can do it. Okay. Huh?
Court 1, 20 seconds.
Yes.
Court 1,
Come on.
20 seconds.
Zet hem op.
Second game, Lohau, play.
So hoping to get the job done in straight games, obviously, Lamsfuss and Lohau. Just, as I say, got the feeling towards the end of that first game, they were starting to make their extra class tell against the
Love.
less experienced Dutch pair.
I can't remember what you said about the head-to-head, Trevor. I think it was 1-love.
Yeah, just played the once.
That's-
It was in the European Championships last year.
Serve is over.
Yeah, so it's been a year or more,
1-all.
and only the one meeting means they don't. They're not going to remember exactly what the tactics ought to be. So they started off a bit conservative for me and gave the shuttle to Van der Lecq a little too often. But like you say, I think they ought to settle into their own here.
2, 1.
Wow. That was a good variation in attack. They kept the pace on the shuttle, but it was the angles they were creating here, going out wide. Well, that was going wide, surely.
I think they've probably been frightened a bit to leave shuttles after what they've seen with the drift.
Out. Serve is over. 2, 3.
Van der Lecq was unsure here on this lift, left it to drop a bit short. And then he broke a string.
3, all.
I said it earlier, but that's where she's so good. Lohau.
5, 3.
if that glittery spangled tracksuit the German coach is wearing is going to put off the Dutch pair.
You're absolutely obsessed with that, aren't you?
Yeah. I talk about outfits
you want
all
one,
too
don't
often.
you?
Yeah.
Serve is over.
I'll have to find out where he got that.
4-5.
Do like the attitude that Van der Lecq and Jille are showing here. They've come with a game plan to be aggressive. They're not disrespecting the Germans, but they're certainly not affording them massive amount of respect. I think it's good. That's the only way I think that they could possibly force a shock result. And they were pretty competitive in that first game, and exactly the same so far in this.
Yeah, keeping things simple there. I think Lohau, for a second, thought her partner might step in and take that. She left it a bit late. Well, struggling
6-5.
in the mid-court. She'll be disappointed with herself there, I think, Lohau.
Well, that's very uncharacteristic of Lamsfuss to miss from that range. He was way inside the back line when he hit that.
Play on. Eight, 5.
Brilliant leave.
9-5.
At the very last moment here. Van der Lecq realises it was wide. Miscommunication here in the mid-court. Both going for the middle. That's a sign of that slight inexperience. Of playing together, I mean, as a partnership.
Serve is over. 11-7.
So a handy lead for the Dutch pair as they go in for the mid-game break. Not a scoreline we'd have expected. And they're making themselves a genuine threat to take this match into a deciding game.
When we go for the shuttle, when you want to play the front court, we play it like this over, because it's not Wang Xiaoqiong up there. In general, she goes quite a lot away from the net. So when he plays it, we can play her side. Okay. There's room for this, and it does not have to be super duper. We just play it over there. From the back line, it's okay to come in also with some drops or slices even. Yeah, and then you go hard when you feel like it again.
Court 1,
Huh?
20
But the
seconds.
main thing is that we take
Court
some
1,
initiative and not
20
wait too much
seconds.
for it. Yeah? Mid-court. Okay, do, mid-court.
Coach.
Yeah? Okay, let's go.
Play.
Oh, I couldn't agree more, actually, with everything the German coach was saying there. I'm still not sure about the fashion sense, of course. We'll leave that one alone from now. But his advice was spot on. Take the initiative, and I don't think that's what they did early enough in the match, and allowed the Dutch pair to sort of gain in confidence.
Serve is over.
Well, the message couldn't have been any clearer, could it, in what he was saying?
12, 8.
It's one thing to impart the message, and it's quite another to see whether Lamsfuss and Lohau can actually carry out the game plan.
Serve is over. 9, 12. Serve is over.
Well, one step forward and one back at the moment for the
13,
German pair.
9.
Good return of serve. The serve perhaps popped up just a bit higher than Lohau would have liked. That's not the shot from Lamsfuss. Too flat. Van der Lecq
14, 9.
says thank you for the gift. I think the German coach will be a little bit frustrated after his advice at the mid-game interval.
16, 9.
Lamsfuss and Lohau are not taking the initiative here. And because they're not, they're giving away the attack too often.
Serve is over. 10, 16. Serve is over. 17, 10.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, this is
18,
obviously
10.
disappointing from Lamsfuss and Lohau's point of view, but I think we've just got to admire the way that Van der Lecq and Jille have turned this match around in the second game. It looked like, you know, it's going to be a straightforward, straight game victory for the bronze medalists of last year,
18.
but not a bit of it. And you can talk about drift and all the rest of it, but you know they're going to be changing ends midway through the third game if we do get one of those. It's about the first really poor shot that Deborah Jille has hit for a while.
12, 18.
Yeah, she doesn't waste any time. When she gets an opportunity to attack, she will. Van der Leck's been fantastic throughout.
Serve is over.
I think it's a combination of good play by the Dutch and some errors you wouldn't expect from the Germans
12.
that's put us on the brink of a third game here.
Errors, but also a slight impatience to win the rally at times. Again, I heard the German coach talking about you can vary your attack from the back of the court. You can use slices and drops.
20, game point.
They haven't done it enough for me. And they're 8 game points down now, Trevor.
Yep. And the match is all square, 21-12. I don't think too many would have predicted that outcome.
Won by Thies van der Leck.
And we are going to have a decider here for the third straight game on court 1. Spectators getting their money worth so far. Decider to follow.
Oh. Right now, we act a little like it's Shantiwea Pangchakong over there. We don't dare to play. Give them 10 shuttles, and I promise you, every third rally, they're going to make a mistake. But right now, we give them 3 shuttles, and then we make the mistake. We just play it over. We can do that. Yeah? For you, it's a little more coming into the shuttle. It's a little just waiting and then just come into it. Like, think a little more of, I want to move in good position, and then you will hit fine shots. We know this. You got the shots, just need to come in a little bit of positions. And of course, for you, Vel, it's these, I just play it, and then I give her 1 more. She has done 1 good shot, and then we will have 10 other where we get the best position out of it. But we have to have the confidence that we can do this. We can definitely go in and do that. It's good that we play it back on the net. She is running away, especially when he hits a shot. She's running like on the cross one. Play it and it's net again, to him or to her. Doesn't really matter.
Take from my forehand.
Die smash bij haar, die zijn gewoon goed. Zolang dat werkt, is het oké. Ja? Flikje over hem heen heb ik nog niet echt gezien. Zolang het echt niet nodig is, hoef je het niet te doen. Maar voor de variatie kun je het best wel een keertje doen. Zeker in zijn voorhandkant. Ja? Zijn voorhandkant vindt hij gewoon helemaal niet fijn om in te springen. Ja?
Als zij een beetje flow pakken.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Final game. Level. Play.
Well, this would be a massive shock if the Dutch pair were to win this decider. But from everything we've seen, you would definitely not rule it out completely.
1 love.
This is where their experience should come shining through, the Germans. Having played at this sort of level and for longer, you'd expect them to rally.
2 love.
Haven't seen any nerves from the Dutch.
Not at all. They've been really composed, haven't they? Win, lose or draw, I think they can take a lot of heart from this performance.
Serve is over. Drink. One, 2.
That's better. That return to serve was a damaging shot, taking more initiative.
It's a good leave in the end. He thought long and hard about it, and well, I say it was a good leave. It is going to be challenged. But C was in two minds.
Looks long from that camera angle.
Yeah. Let's see what Hawkeye says, because no one else's opinion matters in these matters. Well out.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 4-1. Play. Serve is over. 2-4.
Just missed the sideline.
Serve is over. Five, 2.
Clever shot from Lamsfuss. And the shot quality as well. Jille was forced into a decision there. For the most part, it was awesome in defence from Isabel Lohau. She just didn't get the shuttle away on this final one. Needs to go cross here. Great angle.
Just refusing to lie down, though, aren't they? Dutch pair.
Wow. Well, since the start, he's been so dangerous, Van der Lecq. Given time on the shuttle. Good block from Lamsfuss, gets the attack back. It's a good rally. What's he smiling at, I wonder?
Well, it took a rally of that length and that quality to actually find a way through the Dutch defence, didn't it? They've been so competitive in this match, and they're still right in it. And Lamsfuss and Lohau have to really concentrate here.
Yeah, I just had a... I mean, it was a...
5, 6.
You place your bet on any given sport, and then you've got a backup. It's a bit like horse racing when you you take the 1, 2, 3 rather than just the straight win. My hunch was that we haven't seen much of Van der Lecq and Jille. Only once this year, in fact. They played the Indonesian Masters back in, I want to say, end of January, beginning of Feb. It's the only time they've played, and so their ranking's well down. They haven't played that many tournaments. It's very hard to know what level of opponent the Germans were going to face today. And they're a match for them, in truth.
Oh, for sure.
Isabel, be a little quicker.
Just getting the hurry up from the service, from the chair umpire, rather, Isabel Lohau.
This builds confidence. Van der Lecq, fairly orthodox in attack, which means you'd expect a stronger defence. So to hit through. Did this go over?
I think if it did, it crawled over via the net cord. Yes. Very fortunate.
It grew hands and feet and climbed over the net, didn't it?
Yeah.
That shuttle. Whoa. That was a real sign of intent.
9.
Look how far back in court the Germans are trying to defend as well.
Play on.
Well, that was a bit special.
11-8, interval, change hands.
And it's one of the few occasions where the two Dutch have been isolated on the wrong side of the court, but this is still anyone's match. Mid-game break.
Het moet niet zijn, zeg maar, dat jij dan in één keer heel achterveld gaat nemen. Ja, daar, zeg maar, daar komen we een beetje in de problemen. Ook op het moment dat jij flikt, dat je dan zelf, zeg maar, naar achteren gaat. Blijf gewoon lekker aan je eigen kant. Zeker als zij, zeg maar, als je die flik op haar speelt. Want ze speelt hem alleen maar rechtdoor naar beneden in principe. Jij kan beter naar voren bewegen. Of die bal komt omhoog en ben je al achterin. Dan dat jij, zeg maar, zijwaarts en naar achteren moet.
Ja?
Blijf verder gewoon, zeg maar, die vlakke ballen bij haar weghalen. Hè?
Coaches, please return to your chairs.
Ja, maar gewoon niet door de heen. Over de heen of voor de neerleggen.
Deborah on court. Play.
So we've had the change of ends. See if that's going to have any
11.
effect here, because make no mistake, Van der Lecq and Jille very much looking to create a huge upset here, and I think they believe they can do it. Whether they can or not, it doesn't matter, but the way they've played suggests they have the confidence they can.
Do you know, I keep looking down at the scoreline in this third,
11.
wondering how the Germans are still in front. For me, the Dutch look like they've been on the ascendancy for most of the third game, and yet they're still behind. In fact, I think the Germans have stayed in front the entire third game, just. I think if the Germans come through this, there will be a massive sense of relief. Oh, that's brilliant. To find a space over the top of Lohau first of all. Somehow Lamsfuss gets back late, but Jille there. One tram line to the other.
So they've wiped out the deficit that they went in with before the interval. And basically First race to 10 now.
Serve is over.
12-11. That reaction from the coaching staff.
Serve is over.
Yeah, and the fact that we saw him produce that reaction when, you know, last year's World Championship bronze medalist playing a young Dutch player ranked 9th in the world tells you everything. He knows that they're in a match here.
He's rattled Lamsfuss, you know.
Yeah.
He's not... I expected him to be the most confident person on court. Terrific rally. And again. Lets the side down. Absolutely no reason for that miss. He's just not quite got his head in the game. Bit nervous.
Well left. Yeah, it just drifted long, didn't it?
13.
They'll take points anywhere they can get them at the moment.
Good serve.
16.
And that's another thing that really builds confidence. When it's this stage of the game and you're up against it suddenly, to feel the quality on your own serve, that's tough. I always found it was easier when you're in motion, you're in a rally, you just kind of let everything flow, but standing on serve when it's crucial, horrible feeling.
And just as we get to the business end, there's a little bit of daylight on the scoreboard for the German pair.
Oh, what a shot!
It almost seemed like it was slow motion.
Yeah.
The way that just kind of angled over the net.
I had time to expect this to, to come back, and it just
17.
caught the top. Cross block. That is some skill from Deborah Jille.
Yeah, reaction of a partner. It was brilliant. Shot of the day contender, that one.
That put an end to the 5 straight points from the Germans. What a time to get consecutive points suddenly.
And they're fired up again, and they're within 3 now, the Germans, of a place in the next round, but it has been a mighty struggle.
18, 14.
Splendid work from Deborah Jille. How did Lohau... Oh, she's missed. There was a terrific net shot in here. And Lohau somehow kept the rally alive.
16, 18.
I don't think we'll see it. It's into the net from Lohau.
Certainly surprised by the serve, and now they're just a point behind.
17, 18.
Tries the ambitious through the legs.
You could see his body language slump as soon as he knew that they'd gone for the flicker. Oh, what a fantastic ending here to this deciding game.
There she is again. That's how she ought to be playing.
17.
Very smart. Lohau with the know-how, Trevor.
Very good.
Fault. Serve is over. 18, 19. Unsided.
Oh.
Well, just I think when they were maybe considering a challenge, I think the chair umpire made the decision because she said she couldn't get a clear view. So it's kind of a free look for Hawkeye, or for them anyway. See what the technology says. You do get the sense they both really enjoyed this match, don't you?
You do, actually. I was expecting to see more nerves.
Yeah.
At the crucial stages, you know, here late in the third, but actually expectations for medals, I'm not sure for either of them this year, but they're at the World Championships.
Match point, 18.
So
Play.
it was well short. 2 match points for Lamsfuss and Lohau.
Oh, he's missed.
That's a pity. It's a pity to end that way for the Dutch pair. But it's 21-18 in the third. Lamsfuss and Lohau are through, but the scoreline really does not tell the whole story. It was a tight, tense match, and until very late in it, there was every chance of an upset. Nonetheless, last year's bronze medalists are safely into the round of 32.
Match won by Mark Lamsfuss and Isabel Lohau, 21-17, 12-21.
I still think that
21-18.
Van der Lecq and Jille will look back on this performance with a great deal of pride.
Yeah, I tell you what, the rest of Europe have got another pair to worry about in Van der Lecq and Jille. They're the real deal. Playing like that, I don't think anybody would want to face them.
Germans then safely through to the next round, eventually. 21-17, 12-21, 21-18. 57 minutes the match time. When we come back, it'll be some men's singles, and we'll be looking at the number 7 seed, Lecq from Singapore, in just a moment. Well, a warm welcome back to Copenhagen as we prepare for the continuation of action here. You wouldn't get me on one of those, no chance. That's okay, that's okay. First one, no. 3 matches so